everyone. I am sure that with all the sitting and all the home staying ideas, we're probably getting a little stiff. We haven't done any of the exercises that we did earlier. A little bit of cardio, a little bit of strengthening, a little bit of step. Maybe you're the type of person to say, you know what, I'm getting so stiff, what can I do? Maybe we can do a couple of simple stretches. We're not looking at yoga, we're not looking at different things that maybe is not for you. You think about, what is the main thing today? Well, most likely it's your hamstrings, because as we're sitting, and I'm sitting on purpose, you get tight knees, tight hip flexors, and you're even sitting maybe like this, which is even worse. So let's see if we can stretch out the hamstrings a little bit. So get to the front of your chair. You don't have to go difficult, you don't have to get on the floor. I'm going to move myself back a little bit so I can have my legs sticking out so you can maybe see it. Hopefully you can see it all well. And as my back of my knee might be a little tight, some people might feel that already as it's just sitting. Maybe some say, I don't feel it yet, I'm okay. And slowly we're leaning forwards from our hips, not from our back. And as you're going forwards, you might feel a little bit more stretch in the back of the knee. So if you have your toes up and your heels out, you also feel that stretch in your calf muscles. If you can reach to your foot, by all means. If you can have both legs on your knees, if you can move both legs, both hands. If you can have both hands on your shins, you can feel that stretch, very, very deep stretch in the hamstrings behind your knee. Not so much in the butt, but behind your knee. Okay, so do the other one. Now, hamstrings are very tight the back of the knee, but they also connect with the tightness of the hip flexors, and those are the guys in front of your hips. So when you're sitting, all these guys are pretty well short, 90-degree angles. So here's my other hamstring, leaning forwards, breathing out as I'm trying to reach maybe a little bit further and feel that back of my knee, really getting a good stretch. Ah. What about if I don't like it this way? If I find it really hard, it's very tight, I could sit back a little bit and maybe bring my leg up. You still have your toes in and your heels out. You still get a bit of stretch. You have to help yourself. It doesn't happen by itself. And I don't expect you to lift your leg up like that by yourself anyway. But you have to help yourself. So those are back of the knees. Now if the knees are tight, your ankles are tight, your hip flexors are tight. And we're on a chair, so we're going to see how can we do this on a chair position. So I'm going to move myself sideways. Now these chairs here are pretty sturdy, so you better be careful at home if you do that. But lean into the back of your chair so you make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Then I can bring this leg back, and now I can feel that hip in the front. That's the one we're referring to, the tightness on the front of the hip, tightness with the back of the knee. So this would be a lovely stretch on a daily basis, holding 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Breathe, take your time, put music on that you maybe like and relax us. We need to do that right now, lots of breathing. If you say, it's a bit tight here too, can I reach my heel? Can I bring it back together? Now remember, you're leaning into your chair. Don't want to fall off your chair now. So there's a sitting position on the quads and hip flexors into the chair. So of course the other side, the same thing, sit on the edge. You can start with that one to begin with, or you can start with a longer one. And particularly people that have issues with their knees and they can't flex their knees, then don't do this one. Just try and get to where you are. Squeeze your bum a little bit and lean back a little bit. You get a little bit more that way too. You just feel it where you say, okay, I can feel it right there. Front of the leg, hip flexors, and hamstrings. Yeah? And you say, well, but my calves are pretty tight too. I know they're probably on the recliner chair a lot, maybe, hope not. So bring your heels under. This is all sitting down stuff, so it's pretty cool, pretty easy. Bring your feet a little bit further under, so they're barely touching the ground. Push down on it. Breathe. You can feel that stretch in the lower calf. Now if I push my elbows forwards, I'm rounding my back a little bit, but also stretch my middle back. You can feel your shoulder blades separate a little bit. So that's a good stretch. I like this. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Listen to your body. Say, I don't like this one. Okay, then fine. Lean forwards on your legs. Keep your heels down. You still will feel this, okay? And when you're leaning forwards like that, you get a really nice stretch on your back. So this is a good one too. Pick and choose. Yeah, got that one. Okay, now I said my butt's really tight because I've been sitting on it too long. See if I can stretch it a little bit from a sitting down position. I like to gently roll in my lower leg a little bit. That will give that left side, in this case, quite a bit of a nice stretch in there. So we get a good butt stretch going. Don't have to go on the ground. Not everybody likes to go on the floor. All these things can be done in a sitting position. The more you lean forwards, and you'll feel it, the deeper the stretch into your butt. If you don't feel it enough, you want a deeper stretch in that area, you can always pull it in a little bit. Listen to where you find it's a very tight area. You can push it over, get a little bit of the outer thigh stretch. Do a little bit of stuff and say, I like that, I feel that, I can do that, and you do the other side the same thing. And as you sit on the front of your chair, put your hands behind yourself and squeeze your shoulder blades together. That's a nice stretch on your shoulders. Right there. You can add simply, put your right ear to your right shoulder, and you get a little bit of stretch right there. Find out where you find areas tight. So go the other way, nice and gentle. Left ear to the left shoulder, and you get a bit of a stretch on the right side of your neck. Okay, that's good. What about my chest? Ta-ta! We used to say on a fun thing, you're Rose in front of the Titanic. Open up your chest. So you can bring your arms behind you. You can keep your arms on your lower back, or you just say, ta-da, stretch. And there's way many ways to stretch. So you have door frames and handles and everything else. I'm just looking at simple stretches from a sitting down position. Back shoulder. Feels good. Anything that feels good, do it. And you know what? If it's only about movement, and that's all you want to do, mobility and some stretches, go for it, okay? Relax, take a nice deep breath in. A couple of basic stretches for you. Keep going, keep moving. Talk to you soon. See you soon. Hang in there. Take care of yourself.